Oh. He has the gripper on still. That's a classic mistake.
Good thing it wasn't on camera or anything.
Yeah, exactly. So every 4 years, when the Winter Olympics come around, I see curling on TV. And I wonder, is it just like shuffleboard on ice or something harder? There's a lot to learn, a lot of lingo, a lot of rules. Today we're gonna see just how hard, because I, an average Joe, am gonna try to hang with Team USA, who won the curling gold at the 2018 Olympics. By the end of today, I'm gonna compete with them in a doubles curling match and see how an average Joe can stack up. I'm Clay Skipper, and this is Above Average Joe. We are here at the Southern California Curling Center, where it is freezing. I'm here with Jen Gamboa, who's gonna be my coach today. A lot of people, I assume, like myself, have seen curling in the Winter Olympics.
The Winter Olympics, yes.
Don't really know how it works, what the rules are. It's always a little bit confusing. So could you just explain the basics?
Our object is to get a 42-pound stone all the way down the ice to a house just like this one, and to score points with the last stone.
How do we score points?
The house consists of the 3 circles. The closest to the button before the opposing team's stone will get the points.
So if you had a stone in the middle, and I had a stone here, and you had another stone here, you get
the 1 point. Yep.
But if you had the 3 closest stones, and my closest stone is out here, you get 3 points.
Yep.
And so what's the max amount of points you can score on one end?
So there's only 8 stones a team.
Okay.
So you could score an 8-ender, which is pretty rare.
Someone like John Schuster, if he could shoot 10 of these, how many could he land on the button?
He could get a good amount of them on the button, because there's a lot of muscle memory to the sport when you've played it for as long as he had. So they'd have a really good chance of getting, we call it draw to the button.
Okay.
You draw that stone down to the house.
It's not just throwing a stone straight down and trying to land it on the button. There are different types of shots you have to use to maneuver around your opponent's stones.
Right, because you do have opponent stones that are also in play.
So what are the different types of shots you use?
Our first shots that we like to set up are guards, so that we have things to either hide behind or to help set up a way to score.
So your first shot isn't just trying to go down and land it on the button?
No, because then the other team will then just take it out. So if we do get these guards in, they cannot be thrown out of play. They can be moved, but they cannot go out of the scoring, out of the sheet. But we do really want to set up to score, ideally 2 points. The other's team job is to hold us to 1 point or to steal and they score. So there are objectives by having the first stones in play or the last stone in play.
It's a huge advantage to have the last shot.
A huge advantage. We call it the hammer shot.
The hammer. The lingo is so good.
Yeah.
So we just covered a lot. What's the very first thing someone like me needs to learn to be on his way to becoming an Olympic curler?
Yeah, so throwing the stone. We're going to get you into the hack, which is our starting position. Get that stone and your balance down the ice.
All right, great. The footwear, not the sexiest shoes I've ever seen.
Yep, so we have curling shoes, which have a gripper that covers a piece of Teflon so that we can slide down the ice. And the other one will just be a standard little shoe with the gripper on the bottom. Set myself up into our hack, and away we go.
Looks good. Nothing about what you did just looks normal at all.
You're gonna find muscles tomorrow that you didn't know you had.
And why have the broom? The sweeper?
Stability.
Okay.
I don't want to be leaning on that stone.
I see, okay.
Because when I let go, I don't want to plant my face on the ice.
Does that happen often?
To start.
To beginners?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. Let's give it a shot.
We want to make sure that our body is in that T position so that my shoulders are straight across and my core is above hips.
And why is that important?
So we don't put any weight onto the stone or to the side so we don't fall.
I see.
So yep, you get that gripper off. It's really, really slick.
Wow. Yeah, this is already, it is quite slick.
So you want the tip of your toe to be back up. Remember to get into that sit. There we go. Start with our feet together.
Like that?
Yep, and then that press back is very small. We go forward, look up, chest.
That was extremely difficult.
So now you just rush the process a little bit by wanting to let go and get that.
Yeah.
But then what you ended up doing was then putting all of your weight to the back.
Yeah.
So then that's why you fell backwards.
I'm equating like how hard I push with how far it goes.
Nope, it should be leg drive. Our skip is telling us where to aim. So if we have leg control, we can just let go of the stone and let the momentum do it. If we shove, we don't have control.
Interesting.
There we go. So the form was great. It's just getting that confidence to push out with your leg. So when you come up, you want to then extend this leg out.
I see. Okay.
It's great.
That one did not go very far. That actually felt like the most comfortable slide I had had.
Right. You kept your head up and you were behind the stone. So it was a really good delivery.
Why did it not go very far?
It's just that leg drive pushing. And I think you dug your knee in a little bit on that one too.
So what is this for?
That is called a stabilizer.
Stabilizer. And can you actually use this in competition?
You can use it in competition. So this is going to actually let you distribute your weight a little differently and not have to focus on the flexibility and the movement of the broom. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Great. You're able to extend out a lot more with that one.
Yeah. Not the most graceful follow through.
Wow, great shot.
Let's go! So a couple things. Now I've practiced a few times.
Yep.
First of all, as a beginner, how would you say I'm doing?
We are getting to the house now. Your form is good and you have not fallen on your face.
That's true, just my butt. So now I think we should try some with you actually sweeping for me.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Go to the house. Are we in?
Nope.
Oh, is that my fault or your fault?
It's never my fault. So what happened was it started moving out to this outside that we haven't been using and it's frosty.
Okay.
So when the ice sits for a little bit, it tends to get frosty and slows down.
Uh-huh. All right, this one's going in the house.
Yep, we got it. Let's do it.
I love your confidence. Good work, Jen. Ah! No? Oh.
We were almost there.
All right.
Let's use this one again. It's a faster stone.
Yeah. I really
This is it.
feel like I'm working you
This is
out,
it.
so I really gotta get one in the house. Maybe. Yes! Finally. All credit goes to my sweeper.
Back of the house. Great job.
Good work. How did you think I did? Where do you think I could improve more? What should I keep in mind as I go to train with Team USA here shortly?
Holding onto the broom. From those first few slides, right? Now we're hitting the house. It just balance. When you release, just make sure it's up on that high peak of your delivery. And you should be all set to go.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Jen. I feel like I have a renewed appreciation for how hard curling is. The real question is, would you allow me to play on your curling team?
I would take you any day, yeah.
Well, I'll see you out there. All right, we're back on the ice here with Team USA, gold medal defending champions from the 2018 Olympics.
I'm Matt Hamilton. I'm the second. I do a lot of the sweeping, and it's a pretty fun role.
I'm John Schuster. I'm the skip of the team, which is the guy who calls the shots during the end and does most of the screaming and throws the last two stones at the end.
And I'm Chris Wise, and I play third, and I kind of do everything.
I'm John Landsteiner. I'm the lead. I throw the first two stones, sweep, and keep quiet. Only talk when I have to.
So how many years of experience do each of you have individually?
17
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, I'm at 27.
Wow.
Low 20s.
Okay.
23.
So that's almost
I think we might be
100 years collectively of curling.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Yeah, exactly. I have 2 hours, so I feel like if we're competing, I'm screwed. But if you guys are training me, I feel like it's going to go great. Chris, you just qualified for mixed doubles, so we were thinking maybe playing an end of doubles curling.
Perfect.
Could work. So could you explain exactly what that would look like?
Yeah, so mixed doubles is a little bit different than your men's or women's. Obviously, you have two players, typically a man and a woman. And one player will throw the first and the last rock, and the other person will throw the middle three. So we are only actually throwing 5 rocks an end. One rock will be stationary from each team at the other end. So it's preset. It's the same every end or inning.
One thrower, one sweeper.
Yep.
And that's it. No skip or
No
nothing
skip,
like that.
no
Okay.
nothing like that. Yep.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about curling. Now we should actually do some curling. Curl? How do you? What's the verbiage even?
You're
curl.
right. That's
All
right. Curl.
So we should curl. I need to show you guys what I got so I can get some advice and some help.
I'm curious how much help you're gonna need.
A lot. Jen told me that people aren't judged for using this, but I feel like maybe they kind of are.
You know,
There's a couple high-level players that use them.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We've got a good buddy that uses one that he actually designed himself. So
no
Not
judgment.
useful.
Yeah.
All right.
Today. First off, Matt was getting the carriage way ahead of the horse here after seeing what I just saw.
Okay.
yeah, I thought he had a little more
Yeah, so
finesse going into
all
this
right,
one.
so here's the
I
here's the deal.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Did you slide with the rock on each side yet? Like, did
No.
you put 2 rocks in your hands? It's essentially a curling slide is a glorified lunge where you're going forward into this lunge.
Okay.
But you see most people like have their butt in the air, but you actually kind of want to get your hips down and keep your toe as far back as you can keep it.
Okay.
So this will help you do that because now you have the ability to use these for stability when you're sliding out, so you can feel what that position is. And once you feel that 2 times, then we'll get rid of a rock and put the sliding device back in. Try to get. Well, see, your foot's going forward though. This foot,
keep that
remember,
foot.
is staying under here. So
okay.
bend your knee more and more and more,
Yeah.
like there.
Yep.
And then you want to try to
and-
set your hips in that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then just drop.
That's pretty good.
That-
See,
that
yeah, you're
would be
getting your
great
hip down.
form.
That's a
Okay.
that's a great form.
Now this is going to be in your right hand because that's going to be what you're delivering.
Okay.
And this is just taking the place of this stone, and you're going to do the exact same thing again.
Okay.
So essentially, this is like, to me, like the evolution of man, where you see you can go from like not upright to upright. So eventually, this rock, you have it to the left, to the right of your
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah.
Eventually, this rock now needs to go in front of your dominant eye.
Okay.
So it needs to move there. So slowly, you're going to try to make sure you're not putting weight on this hand and get it where it's like right behind your eye so you can see what you're aiming at, because I'm going to hold the broom for you.
Okay.
You want to get the stability and balance, so then you have the ability to be precise with direction. I see. Your speed is supposed to come from your kick and how fast you're moving, and when you're moving the right speed, then you're just giving it a turn and giving it a very, it's like a microscope where you have the coarse adjustment and then the fine adjustment.
Yeah.
Like this is your coarse adjustment that gets you close, and this is just your fine adjustment that is like perfects it down.
Wow. Never heard that analogy before. That was good.
You never heard that one?
No, never.
I didn't really do well in science class either, but I get the gist. There you go.
That was good.
All right. You can get that one, Steiner. All right. Almost had a full rotation.
That was a lot better though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Light years better.
Yeah.
You have to turn the rock either clockwise or counterclockwise.
Yeah.
If you turn the rock clockwise, it curves to the right. You turn it counterclockwise, it curves to the left. So you'd start the rock at like 2 o'clock, and then as you're letting go of it with that fine adjustment, you're just going to turn it from 2 o'clock to noon, and then it should put about 3 rotations on the way down the sheet, and that would be like the ideal number of rotations for the rock to have when it goes to the other end.
Okay.
So I think this side of the sheet's just a little
A
slower.
little slower. That's 14.5 on that. So yeah.
What does 14.5 mean?
We use a stopwatch, so we all have stopwatches.
I was wondering why you guys stopped watching. Okay.
Yep. So basically, that line, which is called the hog line, to the far hog line, we will click it on both, and the amount of time it takes to go from one to the other. So right now, it would take 13.5 seconds for it to travel that length. And if it takes longer than that, it's going to be short of the house. And if it takes shorter than that, it's going to be through the house.
Huh.
So which way are you going to turn it this time?
Turning it clockwise.
So you're going to turn it clockwise. So you're going to aim left of the center of the sheet by
Okay.
like the middle of the white if you look at the circle.
Okay.
And then turn it clockwise from 10 to noon as you're letting it go.
All right, he started a little closer to noon. It's not bad.
Might actually beat us.
Oh.
So again, a little closer,
much,
just a little
yeah.
too much again. Here, I'll get you another rock.
I like the way that's spinning better than your other two. No sweep.
I think it's stopping.
Okay.
Great adjustment.
Too bad. That was a very good adjustment.
Nice.
So if you throw it too hard, sweeping can't do anything.
There's nothing
about
you can
that.
do.
Yeah.
When we're playing on championship ice, we can sweep a rock and it can travel 10 to 15 feet
Really?
further than they actually threw it when they sweep.
Good turn. There you go.
That was a good rotation. You're heavy though, but you got backing there. It's gonna just bump that rock. And
All right.
I think you're ready to play some doubles.
All right. Yeah, I think we need to stop on that one.
Since you're new to the game, I think we're going to give you an advantage that some doubles teams don't have, and I will hold the broom for your shots so you
Okay.
can have something to pick at. Whereas in doubles, they don't get that opportunity. So
Okay.
I'll just be the skip for you down there, and you and Matt will
Skip for the skip.
I'm the
Right.
skip for the skipper.
Okay, so the basics of sweeping.
The point of sweeping is to create friction, which is gonna help that rock go faster.
Okay.
What you wanna do is kind of put your hand, you know, fairly low, and then get that other one a little bit tighter. Yeah, about like that. And then like tuck it kind of up under your arm. So when you put your broom down, it's all about getting speed and pressure.
Okay.
So
you're putting a
what
lot
we're
of weight on
actually
it.
doing is I'm putting so much on it where if you took this broom away from me, I would fall.
Okay.
So kind of keeping your feet kind of perpendicular to where it's going.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is shuffle. If you cross your feet, one, you're gonna trip potentially, and two, like you can't put any pressure on the broom doing that.
Yeah.
So I actually sweep with this slider on, so I just kind of kick like this.
Huh.
So what we're gonna do is I'll go to this hog line and we'll just push this rock in towards the house, and I'm gonna yell at you to sweep, and you just give it your best effort.
Okay.
Because I wanna make sure you're as good as possible, because we gotta beat these guys. Sweep, sweep. All right. Oh, no touching it. Okay. If you touch the rock, it is your job to call it.
Yeah, I learned
It's
that.
very
Honor
much a
system.
gentleman's
Okay.
game, yeah. The other thing is 45 degrees rather than like directly across in front of it.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, because when you sweep directly like this, you kind of waste energy
I
because
see.
like I'm past the running surface. But when I go like this, I'm always in front of it.
Oh, okay. What kind of shot you think we got here?
You know, I don't think we have a great one, but I think our chances will improve
All right.
if we go for a little intimidation
Let's
and
go.
give you a little Team USA.
All right. This way I
Sure,
can
to
look
go
the
over.
part.
Yeah.
At least in swag, if not skill.
I think that will absolutely help. You know, dress for success, right?
Yes. All right, so final showdown. We're going to play a game of doubles, Matt and I. Oh, chemistry's off a little bit. Chris and John, and then John skipping for us.
Yes, sir.
So I see there are 2 stones down there already.
That would be your red stone placed back there in the back of the forefoot, and Chris's yellow stone out front. Chris and John are going to deliver first. Chris, being the sportsman he is, going to give you the last rock advantage or the hammer. And I think Chris is going to throw the middle 3 because that's what he does in mixed doubles, and John will throw the first and last. And then I think, you know, since it is your challenge to Chris, I think you're going to have to throw the middle 3 against him, and Matt will throw first and last. So
Okay.
we'll see if you can leave Matt a shot to potentially score for you guys against these guys.
So 5 aside, and the point is to get stone closest to the
Button at the end of the end, yeah.
All right.
And we can't take out their first 2 stones. So we're just trying to get them in close right now to start, and then we'll worry about takeouts later in your shots.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him put the lucky hat in his pocket
Oh,
for this
God.
game. I've had that for a very long time, and I put it in my back pocket at every game of curling I play. So
you sure
you can
you-
wear it if you want to, but you
Oh,
can
God,
put it
I
in your
wouldn't
back
put that thing
pocket
on my
too.
head.
It was washed just recently,
How recently?
before I came here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Game on.
Good curling.
What do you say? Good curling?
Yep.
Curling.
Good curling.
Good
Curly.
All right, Steiner, pressure's on. Let's see how much his speed changed. $14.01.
I had a 13.7. Yep.
Hard, back with him, hard! Oh, line's good now. Line's good.
The 13.8.
All right.
At the end there, you were sweeping, the rock was traveling on this line, you were sweeping over here.
Can you bounce it at all?
Yeah, it's a 3.
Yeah, bounce it.
All right, so they kind of took our tap away.
Oh, I think he plays this.
Yeah. You're getting the next 3 shots.
All right.
And we're gonna try and hit that yellow one out of play. And if you make it good, we're gonna beat these guys. This is a big shot.
So where am I? Oh, I'm aiming at you.
Right at my broom, man, yep.
He has the gripper on still. That's a classic mistake. Let's try and take that off.
Classic.
Good thing it wasn't on camera or anything.
Yeah, exactly. So much for the lucky hat.
I guess I dropped the ball on that one.
My 8-year-old did that at junior curling last week, so don't feel too bad.
Take 2.
He might actually make this.
Push it. Like,
Okay, we're way out though, so it might be slower out here. Yeah, it's stopping in the house.
it's coming down, but it's. Oh, that's okay. We can deal with that.
Back line.
Holy crap.
Oh, time is now.
Oh, you lined her up good for yourself though.
We're drawing through there.
Right through here?
Yeah, so we're gonna just throw it kind of like the same shot you just threw. We're gonna try and kind of go in between, like around the center one and past those other two on the left.
Okay. So how much am I turning it?
Same thing, same turn.
10 to 12?
From, 10 to 12.
Okay.
Little push.
Oh, uh-oh.
We might try to roll off this one. Let's stay close, Matt. Oh, yep. Uh-oh.
Get through. Hey, oh, that's not bad.
For the love of God.
Oh, you're just a little wide
Okay.
for your target.
But it worked out.
But yeah, it worked out. That's called plan B.
Plenty of room. It's trying. No, let it curl.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
What
no.
a shot.
Yep.
Oh, snap. All right. Is that queued up?
Yeah, this is shot as well, so.
Right. This shot's called a peel. Where you're
Okay.
trying to peel theirs off and then also roll yours off to the side.
Okay. Give it some serious weight.
Give it a little zhuzh.
a little judge.
Good peel. We'll take that. That's fine.
Line's good. Straight. Yep.
This might cue this up easier for me.
Oh no. No.
Sorry, Chris.
So right
This is
now,
the
yellow,
winner,
is,
right?
yellow is line shot is the point that's counting. And this is like second count,
I
which is
see.
the second closest one. So
Yeah.
right now, if the end
One,
ended
one,
like yellow,
nothing,
would score
right?
one.
Yeah.
I think we got to hit it like right about here pretty hard, and then we can kind of play a little room for error.
I'm guessing it's gonna fall.
You think it'll fall?
It's not gonna curl.
Okay,
All right, Matt, we got this.
we got this. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yep.
No!
Whoa!
No!
Oh my! What happened to
Quite
that?
enough. You had a great setup for me. I had a shot for the win and I missed it.
Almost, Clay. Good game, boys.
Matt, thanks for helping me out.
Hey.
Not a total
Game, sir.
No, that was
embarrassment.
great. They only got one. We took a new curler with 2 hours experience against 40 plus
Olympians.
years of experience and forced them to only 1 point.
You're making your
Against us.
teammates feel bad.
You're mad and you should feel bad. And we're awesome. Good job, bud. I'm proud of you.
I think we give credit to the luck he had.
I think it was a
It
credit.
gave us a lot of luck, just not quite the
It's
luck
not
we
quite
needed.
enough. Not enough.
Do you feel like I've helped prepare you guys for the Olympics a little bit?
Just the confidence we needed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad I could provide that for you. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming out and doing this, and I'll be rooting for you guys.
Thanks for
To
coming out.
repeat.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Do I have to get this back? Can I-
No, that's yours, baby.
All right, there we go.
Once
Feels
a team,
official.
always a team.
Oh, sweet. I'll see you in Beijing then.
All right.
So I think after a condensed day of curling training, I have answered the two questions I've always had while watching curling, which is one, how does it work? And two, how hard is it? Even though they make it look easy, ultimately you're taking a 40-pound stone, you're sliding in this weird, awkward lunge. Whether or not you win or lose is determined by a matter of inches. And all that goes in those inches is how fast you're throwing it, how much spin you're putting on it. It's an infinitely complex game. I think my only future as a skip is off the ice, unfortunately, but at least I now have the official Team USA gear so I can pretend like I have the curling skills to match. So big thank you to Jen and to Southern California Curling Center for letting us use this space. Team USA, John, Matt, and Chris. Hopefully I made you guys somewhat proud and did a little bit better than a normal beginner. See you guys on the next Above Average Joe.